Dear Mr. Webster, may I call you Miriam? I am writing with some concerns that I have regarding the book that you've written. Despite an overwhelming vocabulary, I must admit, even I had to look up some of those words on Wikipedia. At best, I would describe your writing style as dry and predictable. With that said, I must admit the end was inspired. Putting xylophone with the X's? Who saw that coming? Although, now as I write xylophone, I've noticed that it doesn't start with a Z. I'm suddenly less impressed by your bold choice. While I have your attention, I would like to turn it towards the W's, where I feel there has been an egregious transgression, which are two of the new words that I learned on Wikipedia. You see, werewolves are creatures that take on the form of a human unless there is a full moon. When there is a full moon, they take on the form of a wolf, as their name would suggest. The same way warehouses often take the form of very large houses. It's only when there's a full moon that they transform. I think that we can both agree that they aren't actually werewolves. They are wenwolves. I would recommend that at your earliest convenience. I would also appreciate it, as you change the spelling, if you would revisit the definition of wenwolves. Currently, it is limited to humans who transform during full moons. I think that definition overlooks a lesser-known form of wenwolf. You see, I was informed by my parents that when I was born, I was both hairless and toothless. Since then, I have gathered a great deal of empirical evidence that my body hair has been steadily increasing, and I have grown no less than 2 sets of gradually larger teeth. My point is, I believe that I may be an extremely slow transforming woman. I would ask that you add this to your definition of the new word. While I'm asking you to do me favors, may I ask one more? Could you reach out to Catherine Hardwick for me? I've sent several grievances to her regarding her work as the director of the Twilight series. However, I've yet to get a response, and I feel like you may hold a bit more sway. If you're not familiar with it, Twilight is a series of movies where what I assume is a zombie girl has to choose between necrophilia and bestiality. My current point of contention is with the Twilight New Moon movie. I commend that she chose to introduce werewolves into the series. Frankly, I would have been happy if she had put a turnip in the movie, as long as it didn't sparkle. That she chose to introduce the werewolves in a movie called New Moon. No! Full moon. Werewolves only show up during full moons. Seriously, how many times do I have to explain this? We are just asking for a little respect. Werewolves are people too. Most of the time. Actively yours, Ichabod Forte, Director of International Policy Manipulation, the Institute of Human Knowledge and Hygiene.